Good morning people. I haven't done a little video for a while, but thought I'd have I just had this whim. I thought, well, let's have a go at the video in it. So what this is here is a little flint and steel pouch that I make. Well, I haven't made any for a long time now, so you're going to have a laugh. This is for the Altoid tin. That's what they call Altoid tin, but to me it's the same size, one of these tins. It's M&S, it's got mint in it actually, but there you go. I've used that one. I wet formed it, let it dry, so I basically just put it on there, and then I squash this down on it with these G clamps, and you can't see them yet. So that's a little one done, but I've given myself enough waste to cut off so that I can bring it back to where it was, which I'll bring it back to the thickness of the foot on the sewing machine. That seemed to be the best size, so I'm going to put this one aside because we've done that one. I'm going to do this one now, which is a 2-inch tobacco tin, but I've got 3 pieces of an old file in there. I've broken half. Brilliant for strikers they are. So there you go with that. Right, next job. I've just I'm soaking the leather at the moment, just outside. This I'm going to press it over there, form it the best I can by hand, and then I'm just going to back this up a bit because I think it might be too close otherwise. That's it. And I'm going to lay it over there, and I should just staple the corners just to give it some sort of shape. Alright, let me go and see if this is ready. In 2 seconds I'll go and bring it back. Right, here we go. Now, one thing you have to be careful of when wet forming, watch your nails, because once it's wet, if you happen to catch it with your nail, it will mark it. So let's see where we want to go. It's going to go there. That's it. Keep that there. That there. Right, now I know where to go. What I do is I tend to gone too high, haven't I? Let's go down a bit. That's it. I so much want to push it in with my fingers, but you can't. And I do staple it away a bit from the tin. That's it. Let's just do that one. That's that. Then you push it down here this way best you can, just to try and form it with your fingers. Once you get some sort of form, it's easier to push that leather over. Now this one, these are customers that insisted they want one. You see now, I've just pushed that like that. Just remember the hard job to get over. Once you get it started, I'm sorry my hands are covering it up a bit actually, but that will do. I can pull it down later if needs be, just to get some sort of a form. Where are we? This. Right, I'm now going to clamp these, temporary actually, so I can get some sort of a pattern on there. That's it. Now I'll turn it round. Like my old G-clamps a little bit more. For these I got, I actually used six of these clamps to clamp this. What you have to remember also is the fact that these twist things, you can't see them, sorry. I'll show you in a minute. Oops, there you go, see, that's how easy they open up. Let's do it again. I think I'll move this one round there as well. So just as you can see, I've done that level with the top of the tin, see, that G-clamp. Got this one on. Put this one on now. And we have to widen it out a bit because it's not been formed down there yet. So put that out there, out of the way. Get this one on the corner as well. But you don't want it touching the leather. And I just gradually squeezed it down like so. Just push that out if you've got to turn it again. Put this one a little bit closer to the, that's it, corner. You'll know when you're there because you can't tighten it up anymore. Right. Now, that's that one done. Okay. All shaped up. Where are we? Let's go up here. Let's shape that up. I soaked the leather in hot water, by the way. Right, that's that one done. What I'm going to do, like I did with the little one, is I've got a little clamp. You can bend this up if you want. And I screwed that one in. I only had one clamp, and that was this one in the beginning. So I had to go down, and when I started doing this wet forming, I had to go down and get myself some G-clamps. So that's that one there. Screw that one down there. Let's bring it in a little bit more. About there. So now we've got them. I talk to myself, you know this, and I ain't going to change now. A leopard never changes its spots, so why should I? people say, oh, get on with it, but then you got the people say, I enjoy it when you chat as you're going along. Well, yeah, it's, to me, I think it's informative. It's telling people what you're doing, isn't it? But I don't know what I'm doing. There you go. Excuse me, that's all done. So that's that nicely wet formed. And don't be in a hurry to take it out. What I do is I stand it outside, let the sun dry it out a bit. But what you have to remember with natural hide is that if you leave it out in the sun too long, it will darken down, because it's bleaching it, but it seems to work the opposite way. Bleaching it makes it go down darker, because it's very white. It's the same as our skin. You start laying in the sun for an hour or two, you start going brown, don't you? Well, this does the same job. Right, it's going to be dyed down brown anyway. So I'll bring it back in a sec. I'm just going to put this outside. There you go, that'll do there. Put it outside the door in the sunshine. Get yourself a nice tan now, can't it? Right, my next job I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this back. So I could trim it afterwards, which I think I'm inclined to do, and I'll tell you for why. Let's put this little one back. I'll finish with that template, or pattern, or press, whatever you want to call it. Right, which leather is which here? Sorry I'm out of camera shot. Oh, both the same length, so it don't matter. Right, here we go. This is the piece for the back. Alright. Now, that's going to go on there like that. It's not, I'm just kidding you. It's back to back. That's going to go up there, and then this is going to be folded over to make the top. But I always feel my leather to see if it's equal when it comes to bending. I might be inclined to use that as the top. Yes, I think I will. Right, there we go. Now, I haven't got a drawing for this. I think I've done it by hand. I mean, this is a double one. This is a bit different to what I've done. I've put straps on the back, and that's a single can, and I've got a double one here. This one here. That takes 2 cans, but he only wants 1. Now, of course, when you're stretching, that will tend to go down like that. Can you see it's gone down as a little bit of a half moon, or whatever you want to call it? Well, they will do that, and it's because you're pushing down on this edge there, on the bottom edge, so something's got to give, isn't it? And in this case it's that bit there. Right, so I'm going to put them up out of the way. That's too long, that top, so I'm going to reduce that top down. So I'll put that on there. I can bring that over there. It's only got to clear the can, that's all. This bit here, it's just got to clear the can, so it doesn't have to be mega tight. See, that'll be fine. See, now, before I start doing that, I'm going to cut some off. I'll push it up this way, then I can look at it. That's too much, so I'll take it down here somewhere. What we've got there, how about there, something like that. Yeah. I'll get there in here, mate. Right, a bit more, I think. That's it, that's going to do me. Right, so first thing I do is measure it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches, that's going to go. Yeah, if I do that, 6 inches, that's going to be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to square this off at 6 inches, that's my decided length. Now, first thing I do, uh, 6 inches. Do it this way. Where's my pricker? Over here. That's it. See, sometimes it's good to have a little bit too much leather than not enough. But then the other drawback is you're wasting leather, so it's catch-22 sometimes. Now I'm using a set square. Where's that gone? That's it. I'm going to use that. Where's my wheel of fortune? Here we go. That is not wasted because that will be used. Where are we? That will be used for that, which in turn, that's 6 inches square now, isn't it? Yeah. Will go on the back as a belt strap. Okay. That's 6 inches. So now I know what I want, 6 for 6, don't I? Right, that's the top, that's the bottom. Now what I tend to do is stick this, then stitch it before cutting this edge, because when I cut this edge, then when I do the final cut on this edge, it will be nice and true top and bottom, because you're cutting through both leathers at the same time, and it makes a nice edge there for burnishing up. Right, now I'm going to, but before I stick it to it, I have got to put this on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out. It's not rocket science, I'll show you how to do that. Then I've got to put a little bit of webbing on so that you can pull the tin out. But I'm going to do this job here now.
Bring you back just a little something I forgot
and I'll
to
bring
tell
you back
about
shortly.
before I go any further. And good idea to move my mug of tea out of the way, wasn't it? And that is these, when you get one of these Altoid tins, whatever you call them, or these you can get from Marks and Spencer's, they're mints, they are little mints. Cover it in cling film. Same with the large one, cover it right over with cling film, because you're wet forming it. If you didn't, it wouldn't turn out like that. You'd find you got rust in the leather, because that's what it does. So you must cover your tin just overnight to damp out that leather. Will activate rust on the tin. So that's the other thing. I've cut this out. I've just got, all that remains now is I've got to dye it and edge it. This is me pattern, that one, so we won't be using that. you want a bit of webbing. Now this webbing I think is 7 inches long, so check here, something like that, 7 inches long, because the idea is when you put the tin in the pouch, it's got to come over and it's got to go down, and you obviously want that little bit of a tab there to be able to get hold of it, and what you do is you just pull it and the tin, see if we can do it, you pull it and the tin will slide out like that. So it's just an easy way, but just make sure you've got it down there when you put it in, hold it up like that, slide the tin in, down goes the webbing, that's it, and just fold that bit in there. So that's that. Now you need to stitch this on, because I just stitch it bang in the middle, and you can do that by marking this up like this, and where are we? Very close to the bottom, I think it is, bottom, like this, bearing in mind that will be tucked in there, won't it? Sorry, very close to the bottom like that. And it works out, edge of the tin to the edge of the tin, 4 inches. But you can mark it out better, more accurately, when you've got the tin and everything in there, which is what I've done. But you can't stick it at this point. You have to, you've got to dye all of that. Otherwise you're not going to be, the only bits you won't be able to dye is the edging, because you're going to trim it once you've got it how you want it, and then you can round off the corners at the bottom if you wish as well. So I've got a busy job of dyeing at the moment, so not dyeing as in but dyeing as in colours. So I'm going to get on, crack on and do that, and then right. So bringing you back, what I'll do is I'll bring you back later on. This has been dyed, and I've polished the edges. Done the same with this one. Cut it to size, polished the edges. I have marked here and here where the top of this piece goes. Now I put the little he wants a Ferris rod on here, so I'm putting a little tongue on there to put that on there. I've folded this bit of webbing back. As I said, it's going to go down, where are we? It's going to go down, round the tin and up. So, and then what I've done is I've dyed and done the back of that, so that that's stuck on now. I just put a stitch across the top here, but I've only put a tag stitch down here just while I put this on, because it's going to be quite a thick little lump going on there, but it's not going to go that way, it's going to go that way. So I'm going to get this set square, because I want it to, I really do want it to sit on there. Like so. Pardon me. That's it. Now that's going to go on there. Like so. And then I'm going to pull this one round a little bit. So that goes on there as well. Like that. So we now have one little pouch like that. And this leather in the back here is 2 inches wide, and as you can see it's quite thick as a belt leather. Now the reason I've done that, yeah, go on, you know already, don't you? Yeah, it is because if you just stitch this on here then stitch it on there, it's flat. So what's going to happen, you're going to distort the pouch when you try and get your belt through there. So by having that little raised bit, it prevents that from happening. So clever little lad, isn't I? Now I'm going to have a go at stitching. Yeah, I'll stitch that, and then I should put the clips on the corners. So I should have put 2 press studs on here, there and there, or one. You could put one on there, it's up to you, but I think that if you put one on there, it tends to
put in there really and stitch it round, and that's like watching paint dry. So I
bear with
didn't
me a
bore
minute.
you with all
I'll
that.
stitch this.
So
Then fold it
this
over,
one's a bit
and I'm gonna
different
put some
to this one here.
and I'll bring you
I
back.
put straps around this one for your belt to go on it. You see, that's just a different design. I thought I'd do. I'll keep my flint and steel in that one. It's also easier to put the strap on as well. This is the one I've just finished. So I'll put the belt strap on the back and folded it over. Put the snap caps on. Little loop there for the ferrious rod. Snap it down, bob's your uncle, fanny's your aunt. That one's all ready to go. But I'm going to move on to this project here. This is the bigger one. This is what I call the this 2-ounce pouch of baccy. So undo these. I don't think it's too soon because we've had a beautiful, nice sunny day today. To the fact that it's been pretty hot actually. So I'm going to take these G-clamps off, and I'm going to see how it's gone. It can only go 2 ways, can't it? Right, so here we go. Now you might need something to prise this up with, like a tack remover or a flat-headed screwdriver. I usually start at the top end because it just eases it up better, and always work from underneath. Don't work on this top edge. Where are we? Don't work on this top edge like this. Go underneath it. Okay, so you're going to ruin your top leather. Now, I did staple that down, but I didn't realise that I lifted it off. Right, so now that's that one out of the way, and that we're going to move this one very carefully, because believe it or not, it's still fairly pliable. Let's release that one. Oh, there we go. And that one. There we go. So that's got that off. I'll try to keep the smooth side of the wood again, so that then it don't put too much of these marks up here around this edge. But that's the edge of the wood that does that. You won't stop that, and because it's being pushed there as well by the pressure. So I tend to, once I've got that, I'll just bend them back up there to keep the shape. Keep your fingernails right tight in that corner though. You don't you don't want to be putting finger marks everywhere else, particularly if it's wet. If it's wet, then be very careful. All I'm doing is I'm using up, I don't know what do you call them, one of them. that just to keep that edge in there really sharp, that's all. You can take the staples out, they're only short staples, but it's enough to hold it there while you clamp it down. Don't know where that went. Here somewhere, I'll find it later. Now, there we go, that's that piece done. I could, if I wanted to, I could, where are we? What did I do on this one? This is ½ inch. I think we really need to go 3/4 on this just to be on the safe side. Pardon me. So I'm going to go 3/4. Is it ½ inch? I could go 5/8. Yes, I'll go 5/8 I think. And you find this will go dark when you put the pricker on it, because it's still moist inside. The leather is that, of course. Right. I need to move my dye mat out of the way, which is a bit of cardboard, in case you didn't know. Now I know I can get my machine foot in that bit there. Get the rolling wheel, and away we go. What you find with one of these rolling wheels, I don't know if everyone knows it, but when you're cutting down like that, when you're cutting down, tend to twist it inwards a little bit towards the metal rule, because if you don't, it starts to spray away from the line that you've made. It's because it's a thin blade and it's quite flexible, so it's easy to move it away. Right, that's that one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5/8 on this one as well. Where are we? 5 ½ inch, 5/8, ½ inch, 5/8. Same again. It's such a long time since I've done one of these, so you know, and the trouble is, it's naughty, but I hold a lot of me measurements in my head. That's the trouble. And of course, when you come back to doing them again, you think, oh, what was that size I used now? There, right. So I tilt that slightly inwards that way towards the ruler. Gives you a nice straight edge. Do the same this side, 5/8. Looks like this one has turned out better than my little one, hasn't it? That's how it's appearing. And don't worry about all these little marks here, they'll all come out when I put some dye on it and everything. So you don't have to worry too much about that. And also when you're holding it down, don't keep it on the leather, your fingers, to hold the rule. Come at the end of it if you can, like that. So that you're pinching the leather towards the bench. Right, now, level this up as well, like that. And that one like that. That's it, it's just squared the top off, that's all that's done. Those two top edges there, that one and that one. Right, not happy with that one, so I should be doing that one again. Like so, that's it. And that one. Now what I did do, I don't know if you noticed, but what I did do is I put a stitch groove in this top piece before I wet formed it, because I remembered on a previous occasion when it came to putting that in there, I had a bit of a job to do it. Now I could, but I won't, because this is on the wrong side, so there's no way I can put that groove in there unless I'm still going to do it. I'd have to turn it over. I could turn that over the other way, or I could push this round the other way. I'll think about that when I get nearer to the point. I mean, or I can just stitch it at willy-nilly, so if it runs out the stitch groove, it doesn't matter, because it'll still look neat, he says. Right, let's put that down there. See that? That fits in there lovely. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the back, which is this piece here, and let's put the little humble paint pots, brilliant little things for making nice corners with. You know, you find various pot sizes until you get the size you want, like the spray cans. I keep all these tops, turn them upside down, and I actually use that circumference for making a puppy dummy. So, you know, there's many things you can use them for, so if I can't find a use, then I'll throw them. As simple as that. That's that one. That's the top. I've done that before, didn't I? That was wrong. I'll make it the same size as that, haven't I? I could trim that back though, couldn't I? Thinking aloud, sorry people. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's working out quite well. What's that, 6 inches, isn't it? Yeah. Which is what that is. No, then it's more. How do you work that one then? Right. What am I going to do? Let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut one. I'm going to cut one bottom edge round. Like that. And then, bearing in mind that's the top. This is the bottom. How much do I want round there? I could go less, couldn't I? 1 to 2. That's going to go over there. Oh, far too much. So that's going to come up here. Keep forgetting to keep you people in camera shot. But that's too long. What am I doing? That's the side I want. Somewhere like that would be fine, wouldn't it? Yes, okay. So let's give that a measurement because I'm happy with that. I'm going to go. What are we going to go? 3.5? 3.5, put that over there. I think so, why not indeed? 3.5. 3.5 it is. So all I'll do is I'll go down here 3.5. Do you know, if I didn't have you people to talk to, I'll go mad. Sorry. Oh. This is the point you get up to when I've done the back. That's where the top of the tin's going to go. I'm a stickler for it being right. Oh, it's a long way in, isn't it? So, sit like that. Let's mark that. There. You see, I have to talk to myself because if I didn't, I would go mad. So, and a lot of people told me, I think I mentioned it before, one person who was watching, I don't know if he's just having a look, being nosy, or whether, I don't think he subscribed to my channel, but he was having a right old moan up. Oh, get on with it, you know, keep rabbiting on, blah blah blah, and dithering about. I thought, yeah, I might be dithering about, and I might rabbit on a bit. But as I said, this is my video. I do as I please. If I want to carry on rabbiting on, I'll rabbit on. And people have said to me, even my mate Robert, Blue Bark and Grass Bushcraft over in the States, don't take the notes of me, you always get these bloody trolls coming on there. He said they're always the same, they've got nothing to do, so they just go around and pick holes in your channel, or what you're doing, or what you're saying. And I thought, well, yeah, that's true, you can't deny that. But one bit of good news I did hear today, and I'm chuffed about it, I really am. Theresa May's she's jacking it in, isn't she? Wonder why. You know, I mean, I just wish I'd been in. I'm not going to go rabbiting on about politics because it's a quick way to lose friends. But I wish I'd been stood behind all them cameramen when she come out number 10. Because as soon as she said, informed them that you know, she will be resigning on the 7th of June, I'd have just started clapping and jeering, thank Christ for that, thank Christ for that, like, you know. Whew. Right, that's going to go there, right? Bring this forward. That's going to go onto there. I'm going on them two lines I've just made, okay? Wherever they are. That's it, there's one. Now, why is that straight and that one isn't? Right, okay then. Because that's got to go a bit straighter. That's why. I might be able to get that with that. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it left-handed as well. That's a little bit better. That's it. Oh yes, that's better. Right, that's that. So I think I can safely say that it's going to go off there. Put that away. Now I'll bring you back later, but what I'm going to tell you I'm going to do before I bring you back is I'm now going to round off these corners. I've done the top. cut that through there, and I'll round that back corners off as well. But I'm going to put a stitch groove like this all the way around the back. It's cosmetic really, that's all it's for, and no other reason. So just make sure I've got this all cut square, because all the rest of it was, what's that, 7 3/4. Seven, 7 5/8, 7 5/8. So I could do that, couldn't I? Right. Let's just take that off now for now. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be staining it and burnishing the edges off. There. And keep them up there. I'll never throw me off cuts until I've finished the job I'm doing. Right. Now are you getting the idea? You go on there like that. I'm going to trim the excess here, but after I've stitched it, glued it and stitched it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Oh. Alright, so let's put this cosmetic stitch groove in. Let me think. Yeah, I might have to turn this over to put that that arch around there, which is not a problem. Because it's too far out at the moment. Because I don't want it right down there. Or do I? Perhaps I do. Yep. Right, I'm going to round those two edges off. Once I've done that, and I'll bring you back on it, I'm going to round these edges off like I've done at the top here. The same on the back piece. I might do that the back piece later, for the reason being is if it doesn't line up correctly, I've mullered it. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. So after I've done the stitch groove, I'm going to stitch this around here. But prior to that, I will be putting the two poppers in there, so I know I've got it right. So that's going to go there like that. Then I'm going to bend that over there like that. And I'm going to put my two poppers in. Which I think I might be inclined to do now. So I'm going to do one here. And one there. See how close we are. I'm doing that by eye, but bang on ½ inch, look. Bang on 1¼ inch there. Inch-quarter. Yeah, lovely. And ½ inch. Right, now I know I've got them. Put this stitch groove in, just so you can see it being done. I'm only going to do this on the top, I think. You can see. Take your time going around the corners when they're rounded like that. Otherwise it'll run off and you run straight off the edge of your leather. And you think, oh my God, I've naffed that up now, you know, and you think, how can I rectify it? Well, I'm sorry to say, lads, it's chuck it in the bin and start again. So it's always best to double check what you're doing. It's got that on there, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to put that groove stitch down there because it's not going to line up with this piece. So, without further ado, I'm going to get busy. Oh, I've got to do something else there for you to see. And that is from this top edge. Use your edger. This has been a while since I've had this for, I don't know, a couple of weeks now, this, but I had a huge dummy waistcoat I had to make. Then I had a dummy bag to make. With a dummy bag and these two pouches, they're for the same gentleman. Now I'm sure he ain't going to mind me telling you that he lives in Germany, and that's all I am saying. But he must be eagerly waiting for these, because it's taken me a while to get onto them. It was a waistcoat. It takes me 2 to 3 days to make one of them. So yes, all right, they're good value, but when you think what a charge and how long they take to make, divide it by 3 and it's not a lot of money. But saying that, bringing you back, I enjoy it. That's the thing. It's sure all the small little bits and pieces that I've done, self-explanatory. You don't really need to. It was to see it was boring stuff. That it was obvious. Now this is, I've completed the bigger one now. This is the bigger one. This is for his daughter. Neil, I think his name is. He's out in Germany anyway. He wanted this and a dummy bag. So the bag's finished. This is finished, and this is the one he wanted for himself. This one here, and he wanted a ferrous rod fitted on the bottom. That's the last ferrous rod I've got. I've got to get some more. He only wanted a small size for his little wallet. So let's, without further ado, let's get this down here so I can finish it off on something. And take it from there. So there we go. That's two other little items finished. They're just pouches, just flint steel pouches. The second one's going to be used as a tobacco pouch. Okay, so I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.